Now let's proceed to contracts and agreements. Contracts are binding upon the contracting parties in whatever form they may have been entered into, as long as all the essential requisites for their validity are present. Recall that the following are the essential requisites. 1. Consent of the contracting parties. 2. Object certain, which is the subject matter of the contract. And 3. Cause of the obligation, which is established. But there are cases when form is an essential requisite of a contract, such as 1. When the law requires that a contract be in a certain form for its validity. This refers to solemn or formal contracts. And 2. When the law requires that a contract be in a certain form for its enforceability. This refers to the agreements covered by the Statute of Frauds. Here is a list of solemn or formal contracts. You may pause this video and familiarize each of them. Note that these contracts must appear in a public instrument, which means that they must be notarized. Now let's proceed to some points that you must consider in drafting specific contracts. For instance, in a deed of sale, spouse consent is necessary. Note also that the expenses for the execution and registration of the sale shall be borne by the vendors, unless there is a stipulation to the contrary, such as this provision. In a deed of sale of private agricultural land, where the vendee is a naturalized Filipino citizen, it is necessary for such vendee to execute this affidavit. You may pause this video and familiarize the parts thereof. Note also that a deed of sale of a portion of real estate must be accompanied by a plan of the whole property, showing all the portions or lots into which it has been subdivided, and also a technical description of each portion of lot. Note that both of these documents must be verified and approved by the Bureau of Lands. And for a chattel mortgage to be binding against creditors or third persons, the mortgager and the mortgagee must execute an affidavit of good faith. You may pause this video and familiarize the parts thereof. So that's it for contracts and agreements. Thanks for listening.